Okay, let's do it. So, let's start off with this. Okay, today we're going to be making a Bloody Mary, all right? Like I said before, this is a perfect drink for if you have a hangover or if you have another day of drinking and you just had a wild weekend. This kind of rejuvenates you, helps you bounce back a little bit. You know, sometimes they say you could cure alcohol with alcohol. This is one of those drinks. So the ingredients that you're going to be needing for this drink here, first and foremost, you're going to need some vodka. And today we'll be using Titos vodka. You'll need some Bloody Mary mix, Mr. and Mrs. T's Bloody Mary mix, super inexpensive at Twin Liquors or whatever liquor store you're going to. You'll need some olives and olive juice. Also, you'll need some horseradish. I have some horseradish. I have some orange bitters right here, but you can use orange bitters or regular horseradish, whatever's your preference. My preference is the orange um, bitters. So, also some hot sauce. And you can use pepper. I forgot to bring the pepper over here. And lastly, salt. So, salt is what you will use for your rim on your tall glass. So, you'll also need a tall glass in order to make this drink. So, first things first, what you want to do here is, I'm sorry, last thing is you'll need lime juice. So, you could get fresh lime or you could get some lime juice. I have both. I love everything fresh, but for the sake of this drink, we may be using both. So, first and foremost, you want to take your lemon and you want to take your tall glass. And when you have drinks like a Bloody Mary or a margarita, you always want to dress your glass before you do anything. So I'm simply just going to cut off a little piece of the lemon so that I can coat the rim of my tall glass in lemon juice. I just want a small piece because I'm not going to reuse it. Okay, so this is about as big as a piece of lemon I got. And we're just going to take it around the glass, just like that. Don't want any seeds or anything like that. So if you do get a seed, make sure you try to get it out. All right, so I have a plate here. This plate is just for the salt. Um, you can use whatever salt you like. I make margaritas. I use tahini, sometimes sugar, but for this drink here, I'm definitely using some salt. So you want to put some salt on your plate like this. And this is for at home. If you're at the bar, then you should have the lime salt um, set to where you don't have to do the excessive. Okay. So now we have a salted rim. That's simple. So that's the first step you want to do. You want to make sure you salt your rim so that you have a dressed glass. Because what if someone says, "Oh, I wanted a margarita. I'm sorry, I wanted a Bloody Mary, but you forgot to dress my glass." So now you have to dump out the entire drink into another cup or shaker and then dress the glass, or you have to go get a new glass, dress that, and then dump the drink in. So to avoid all of that, you just want to go ahead and dress the glass. That's the first thing you want to do with a Bloody Mary. All right, so we have our glass. You want to fill your glass with ice. I have my ice in my shaker right here, so I'm just going to go ahead and fill my glass with ice. And there we are. Just enough ice. You really don't need that much ice, but I'm trying to get rid of all the ice that was in the shaker so that I don't have to deal with that again. All right, perfect. So first things first is you want to take your vodka and your jigger, It's like so cute what how many type of jiggers I have. I have like a Hennessy jigger, I have a Grand Marnier jigger, um, and these jiggers must come with the bottle when I buy them. It has to. Or I've just been at work and these are the jiggers that I use at work. So we're gonna put 2 ounces of Titos vodka into our Bloody Mary. So we're gonna start off with measuring it with our jigger. Put a little more because the ice kind of knocked it down. All right, there we are. And to make it a little bit easier, if you're not used to pouring with your left hand or pouring period, you can use a jigger like this. Sometimes when you use a jigger, I'm sorry, not a jigger, a sprout like this. Sometimes when you use a sprout, you don't even need your jigger. So it's all up to you and what you prefer. So we have our vodka inside, as you can tell. It looks like a lot of vodka, but we also have a lot of ice, so you gotta remember that. All right, next, we're going to put some, here, let's just use this lime juice here. Hopefully it's open. All right, so next we're gonna do 1 ounce of lime juice, or, I'm sorry, half an ounce of lime juice. Lime, why am I saying lime? I mean lemon juice, okay? You're gonna take half an ounce of lemon juice and put that in your Bloody Mary. I'm just so used to lime juice, you know what I'm saying, putting that in everything. You're also gonna do the same with your olive juice. You can transfer your olive juice into a cup or anything like that, but I just got this jar of olive juice, so this is fresh olive juice coming straight from, you know what I'm saying, the jar. So I'm gonna try my best to pour it correctly, but sometimes I'll just put it in like a squirt bottle, so it's just super easy to get to. But that's not bad. All right, so we have half an ounce of olive juice that we're gonna add. Now, keep the olives nearby because you will need that as a garnish as well as your lemon. Horseradish is next. All right, so what you want to do with your horseradish is you want to try to just put a little dashes of them in your drink. You want to put it right over the ice. Normally it would be brown, but mine is orange because I prefer orange. All right, and lastly, you're gonna get your Mrs. and Mr. and Mrs. T's Bloody Mary mix, or whatever Bloody Mary mix you decide to use, or tomato juice, whatever you decide is your preference. And you're simply going to top it with your Bloody Mary mix, okay? Looks so good. Oh my God, yes. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Looks so good. But wait, because we're not done. Now, if you are someone who doesn't like spicy things, or you're not a fan of the spiciness, then you want to go ahead and drink your Bloody Mary. But if you're like me and you feel like everything should be spicy, then take your hot sauce. You can use Tabasco sauce. Me personally, I'm using Louisiana sauce because I do not have any Tabasco sauce right now, and I'm not a fan of Tabasco sauce, honestly. I would prefer me some Louisiana sauce any day of the week, okay? So I'm gonna just, that's a lot. But if you're really not the big a fan of hot sauce or anything like that, then don't put as much as I put. Just put a few dashes like you did with your bitters, okay? So, now, you want to make sure everything is mixed correctly. So you want to take your shaker and you're simply just going to pour in and pour out. It smells so good. Yes. All right. And there you have it. You have your ungarnished Bloody Mary. So, how I like to garnish my Bloody Marys, people like to get crazy with it. You could use a lime, a lemon, olives, pickles, burgers, There's so many things that you could use to garnish a Bloody Mary. But for simplicity, today we are just going to be using a lime. There you have it. You have your lime there. And I will be putting about 2 olives inside of my Bloody Mary. Okay? These are stuffed olives. Um, Jalapeno stuffed olives. So it's even better. Ooh, yes, Lord. I know